Hey YouTube, coming at you with my first thoughts on this level 80 and what it means for Pokemon Go in general and what it means for GBL. Obviously, I am a day late because that's what happens when you have a full-time job and don't do YouTube as a career. So we're getting level 80 and we'll go through some of this and what it means. And there's a lot of speculation. I think Nick, Trainer Tips, did it wrong the first time and he actually sent out an updated sort of video explaining why he was wrong. So we're getting level 80. It starts on Wednesday, October 15th. So the cap goes from 50 to 80. The overall level curve for 1 to 80 will be rebalanced and players can earn levels more frequently. So right off the bat, the assumption is that what is level 50 now will not be level 50. Now what? So you need 176 million XP to get to level 50. That will not be the case for level 8. You won't start at 176 for level 51 and then go up from there. Level 50, 176 million XP will be some other level. Now, it does not explain what the level is. Based on the number of times they mention level 70 and 71 here, my assumption, again, not with knowledge or anything, just under the assumption of what they're saying in this analysis, information here, is my guess is that level 50 XP, 176 million, will be the new level 70. And why I think that is, one, the new level up research will start from 71 to 80. So basically, if you are at level 50 now, you will jump right into the level 71, which makes sense because you've already done that 41 to 50. But at the same time, I don't think they're just going to give you the same amount of XP to hit level 80, because then there is no real grind. It's just a tasks, right? And we have enough tasks for like research tasks and event tasks and all these other tasks. So just to do 71 to 80 just for tasks does not make sense. There should be an XP grind. So my assumption is that it's going to be 176 million for level 70 XP. There'll be a curve. You can, again, if you do the assumption, you can put the numbers into a Excel chart. Just be like, it's 176 million for level 50 now. If it's 176 for level 50 here, or level 70, what is the distribution per level? And then you can maybe make that assumption for the 71 to 80 to figure out how much more XP you will need if they go at even increments there. But basically what that means is, doesn't matter what level you're at now, you're going to jump up in levels. If you're at like level 30, you're probably going to be at like 35 to 40. If you're at 40, you're probably going to be at like 45 to 50. So it's just going to be expanded. Players at level 71 to 80 will get these research tests like you do from 41 to 50. Players at level 70 will have an increased chance of becoming lucky friends. This is actually kind of interesting because it actually provides incentive, because outside of the task 71 to 80, there is no incentive. Once you get a certain level and you can get your Pokemon to level 50 anyways, there's no actual incentives to hit level 80. But now if you're getting to level 70, you can become a better chance of lucky friends. That's interesting. And it's been data mined about long distance trades. That would be a game changer, because I have about 30 to 40 lucky friends sitting in my inbox that I don't think I'm going to interact with like 35 of them ever. So if you can get the long distance trades and get more lucky friends, that would actually increase the amount of time that I'm actually trying to hit friends. I'd probably send out more gifts, quite honestly. All those who I have best friends with that do not live in Canada, I'm not sending gifts right now because there's no point. But if you can get higher chance of lucky friends and get long distance trading, that's actually a game changer for the game, and that would incentivize people to actually play more and send gifts out more. New rewards will be added to level up progressions, like intense storage capacity for Pokemon items and gifts. This includes new avatar starting at items at level 25. These are great incentives, right? So before it's just like, oh, here's some incense, here's some eggs, great, I'll add it to the 70 that I have sitting in my inbox or my stores that I haven't used. Everyone needs capacity in their items. Everyone needs capacity in their Pokemon. Everyone needs increased gifts, just being able to hold more gifts. Like, these are very, very valuable rewards. So right off the bat, I'm liking what we're seeing here. It just seems like more incentive to actually play the game. Based on previous experience, some will automatically jump in level. The players who receive these will, they're talking about more about how players will jump and you're not going to go down. And then legacy. If you've already hit level 50 by a certain amount of time, you will get a level 50 jacket and all new avatar pose. You know, it just kind of rewards the people who have played this game for a long time, have already hit level 50 and done the grind. So just giving you a reward before. I think that's just a nice little bonus. The avatar earned by reaching level 40 and 50 won't be available after the update. So if you hit it before that, you get these. Great. If you don't, it's just avatars anyways. From August 25th to the 14th, there is a chance to get more bonuses. These bonuses will stack with other events. So 2-time catch XP for catches, winning raids, you get 3,000 more XP, winning max battles, 3,000 more XP. So just a XL grind here if you are trying to hit that level 50 before the October 25th deadline. Finally, a level 47 research will be adjusted. Instead of requiring you to explore 25 kilometers in a week 8 times, you only need to do so twice, which makes sense because if you want to try to hit level 50 before that, you can't do that with 8 weeks of that requirement. So they just lower it to potentially allow you to hit sooner. Give us money? No. Okay, so let's talk about the Pokemon Go aspect of this, and then we'll talk about the GBL aspect of this. I think for the Pokemon Go aspect of this is, I think, a home run. I think those of us who are at level 50 had not felt any desire to grind. I think those people who are sort of earlier and felt like the grind from level 41 to 50 with all these tasks and the XP that you need, it's a pretty exponential growth from 41 to 50, was quite an uphill climb. So if you kind of lower the XP required to get to each level, that incentivizes people to, it gives you like the dopamine rush that you're going to hit those levels quicker because the XP will be lower, and that will push you to grind more. So you're rewarding people who are already at level 50. You're rewarding people who are wanting to grind to level 50. You're providing extra research tasks from 71 to 80 for everyone, but for those of us who have just been at level 50 for a while now, you are providing a chance to become better lucky friends with a potential chance for your long distance trades. You are giving us some good premium rewards like increased storage, increased items, increased gift capacity. These are all just absolute home runs. Right now, there is no downfall. I think this is a absolute positive for giving incentive for players to play more. And on their end, they want more players to play and they want more people to grind and do all these things. It gives them, it gives added sort of, I was going to say money, and it gives added player usage in this. So for overall Pokemon Go, this is great. Now, what is through here and what is not mentioned once is how this is affecting GBL. And my assumption, again, I'm 95% sure on this, even though they do not mention it here, there will be absolutely no effect on GBL Pokemon. The max level will continue to be level 50. You will still need the 296 XL candies to get there. I do not think that is going to change at all. Nothing about XP affects Pokemon, right? The only thing that affects Pokemon are candies, XL candies, and the dust you need to power them up. By changing the levels and changing the XP to get there, that does not affect the Pokemon that you need for GBL. And what a lot of people assumed was, oh, they went from level 40 with no XLs to level 50 with XLs at the same time when they upped the level 40 XP in the game to level 50 XP in the game. But there is there's absolutely nothing here that indicates that it's going to change that. And in fact, I have seen some people talk about that, it's the formula for the max Pokemon level is like 40 plus 10 or something, like Lex is max 40 plus 10 or something like that. So there is no way that they will increase the level to anything else besides the 50 and what we are now. And if they want to extend this to like 80, they better extend it to level 50 Pokemon now or level 80 Pokemon here in the future, and then just decrease the XLs it needs to get for each increase in level, because that's the only way that's going to happen. We already have Go. Again, I know a lot of people will just, when I say what I'm going to say, we'll just say, well, other people who play Master League get some views. Very, very few. Very few content creators who play Ultra League and Master League get the views required to put out those videos. The main problem with Ultra League and Master League, and the reason that those videos get half to a third of the views on my channel, is because my channel and a lot of GBL channels is focused towards people who only play Great League, because Ultra League and Master League are an extremely, extremely high accessibility issue. Sorry, that's my top teams. I just wanted to try and open up PvPoke here just to show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the Ultra League here, and let's check in the Ultra League, an Ultra League that isn't even really focused on legendaries. So that, like, let's just go Master League, because Master League is just out of the ballpark. There's like 4 things you need. You need level 50, which is 296 XL candy. They're all legendaries. So first you need the legendary. Second, you need 296 XL candies because you need to maximize it. Third, you need a hundo. You need 15, 15, 15 or a functional hundo, because unlike in Ultra League and Great League where you can get away with not so perfect IVs, you need the perfect IVs in Master League. And the fourth one is you need these legacy move. Behemoth Bash on Zetas and Zacians, Spatial Ren on Palkia. Go down here, you got the free shotgun Kieran Black. So you need all these legacy moves. So that is 4 things you need to get to Master League, which is not attainable for 90% of the player base. And again, the people who already play GBL is like 10, maybe 5 to 10% of the player base who plays Pokemon Go. So when your player base is only 5 to 10% and you're at max getting 10% who actually can max out these Pokemon, there's just really no accessibility issues. So I'm sorry, they were hidden here, but there's really no ability for most people to be able to play Master League. But I wish it was just Master League. You know, you can justify saying, you know, Master League, sure, you need legendaries. We're going to make it tough for you to play. But it's not just Master League. It's Ultra League as well. So let's just go to Ultra League. Not as many legendaries. So they took one of those out. And not as many legacy moves. So there's a second one out. But unfortunately, IVs are going to matter on some of these because you need XLs on some of these. So Bellybolt does not have the XL beside, but if you actually go down here and look at the rank 1, 42, 0, 15, 10s, you're going to need some XLs for it, even though there's not an XL behind here. Same thing with Lapras, I believe. Yeah, Lapras rank 1 is 42.5, 0, 15, 15. So even though there's no XL beside these two, they are excelled. They obviously are not excelled as some of these other Pokemon, like Corviknight, 48.5 here. Fortress is sitting at level 50 at 315, 15. So you are basically needing at best 10 to 20 XLs for these level 40-ish Pokemon, level 42 Pokemon, to close to 296. So Dusknoir XL, Grumpig XL, Galarian Moltres, Legendary, Tentacruel XL. For Alligator, non-XL, but you need the Hydro Cannon, which is a Community move. Glycopod is the first one where you can get away with not. XL Primeape, XL Steelix, XL Tinkaton, XL Jellicent, XL Malamar, XL Registeel, which is also a legendary, Regigigas, which is legendary, XL Weezing, and that is the summary of Ultra League. You don't need a lot of legendaries. You can get by without legendaries. There's a lot of strong Pokemon that aren't legendaries, but all these strong Pokemon are pretty close. All the ones I named, like Jellicent, probably like level 48-ish. Level 50, 614, 15, level 50. So Jellicent's level 50. Steelix has to be up there as well, level 49.5. You essentially need 296 XL candies and the IVs. You need a certain amount of IVs to get those XL candies. So IVs to get a good one for the league, XL candies to get it. And again, these are a lot easier to get the XLs for, but it is still an accessibility issue for a lot of people to be able to find the IVs and find the XLs for these Pokemon. Not everyone has been playing since 2016, or I started 2018. Not everyone has played since 2016 or 2018. So there's always going to be an issue with these people. And again, I didn't even talk about the dust it takes to get these up. Again, as someone who has played 50,000 plus GBL games, I've made like 50 million dust from GBL. I've probably also put in 75 million dust to all the Pokemon that I have built up in GBL. These Pokemon to get to level 50 in the Ultra League is also a huge, to get to level 50 and unlock a second move, you're dropping like 400,000 plus on a Pokemon. Don't tell me if it's a Shadow, you're looking at like 600,000 plus. That's a huge investment for a Pokemon that it does not have really any other relevance besides one league where a lot of people don't play, right? Why are you building up a Pokemon for 600,000 dusts, IVs, and XLs when you're going to play Ultra League once every 3 weeks for a smaller player base? It just does not make sense, and it's always been an issue. So there is no way, this is a very long-winded way of saying there is no way in two leagues that are already extremely inaccessible, that already has a super small player base in a super small niche part of a 9-year-old mobile game, that they are going to increase the XLs required to power up these Pokemon anymore. If they do, you can just kiss goodbye Ultra League and Master League. People would just get super frustrated. That would also change, honestly, that would also change some Great League Pokemon, right? Because there's some Great League Pokemon that are like level 50. Can't think of any off the top of my head. But there's some Pokemon that are level 50 at, it'd be some of these like niche ones like Smeargle or some of these other Pokemon where you would essentially need more. Like a Azumarill, maybe at the zero is like 49-ish. Oh no, it's like 45 and a half. Bastiodon's probably around 49-ish. Bastiodon's 50, so 50 at 0, 15, 14, so pretty close there. But again, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I guarantee that there are some Pokemon in the Great League that would require a couple extra XLs to hit the full max if they did that. But I don't think there's many of them, and I don't think they're going to do that anyways. So overall, huge improvement for the game. It's not going to have any effect on GBL. If it does have an effect on GBL, it's going to be one of the stupidest decisions they can make, given how already limiting Ultra League and Master League is. But I don't think it's not gonna happen. I think level 50, what is level 50 now? The 296 XO candies will be the max that you need. Ignoring this new Pokemon we just had, that's the max you're gonna need for the power-ups. So I would not worry about how this affects GBL. But otherwise, yeah, looking forward to this increased storage. I'm looking forward if they ever do drop this long distance trading. For those of you who are sitting in my best friends category, but I haven't received a gift from me in years. You know, as soon as they do, you may get more gifts from me. The only I think it was in Poke Daxi's video, he kind of mentioned this too. The calculation for this at level 70 and higher, you have an increased chance of becoming lucky friends with the other players. What if you're level 70 and they are not? What if you're level like 80 and your player that you're interacting with is 40? Is it just like you know, if you're level 70 above, you get like a certain percentage higher, you get like a 1 to 2% higher chance of hitting lucky friends, and if they're the same, then it's 1 to 2% higher. So there's still some like specifics around how some of this is going to work, like what's the exact XP, what does this increased chance mean, and I think a lot of that is going to come from like data mined. We're probably going to get these data mined answers before we get the release from Pokemon Go, if we even get the release. Like when it comes to like higher chance here, we've seen this with shiny odds. They're not forthcoming with the shiny odds, like what increase means, or what when you're at an event and the Pokemon may have its legacy move on, what percentage is made. They've never been forthcoming with these percentages, so I don't think we're even going to be forthcoming with this one. Anyways, those are my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. We'll now do top. I have to, once this came out, I kind of reworked the schedule, so we'll do some top teams this afternoon for Great League, and then pump out some Great League teams starting tomorrow. So that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.